What's going on, y'all? My name is Mo,
And I'm Party Marty.
and we're doing the Eminem show. Today, we are doing the Ring 4 breakdown on y'all, or for y'all. You go ahead and start us off, Party
Yeah,
Marty.
yeah. Well, you're the pro, and I'm the armchair Joe, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk your shit because the Devin Haney fight. But before that, you gotta talk your shit, but you gotta do it over this though while you're bragging. All right? Can you hear that? That's what the
Wait, wait,
fans think.
play it.
You hear all the booing?
Oh, yeah, I can, a little bit, but
All right,
check
let's
this
do it
out.
again. Let me do it again
Oh,
for you.
play it again.
Go
I
ahead.
can hear that, but don't boo me, boo yourself. You picked wrong. Boo yourself. So let's start off with the Sam Noakes Abdullah Mason
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
Fight of the year. Can we agree
yeah,
on that?
yeah. Right now, definitely.
Can you agree on that with me?
For once, I might agree with you on something. Yes.
Okay, so I thought Sam Noakes was an original Southpaw. I thought this was a Southpaw versus Southpaw matchup, but
Mm-hmm.
it threw me off because Sam Noakes came out in an orthodox stance. Was I wrong there? Did you not notice that?
No, he's fine Orthodox the whole time.
Well, but wasn't he a Southpaw originally, or was I mistaken?
No, maybe he's a switch hitter.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. I want to see more of both men.
Yeah,
Sam Noakes is a tough motherfucker.
yeah,
Can punch. He has good punch selection. He has a chin. He has a big heart. He has some big nuts. You know what I'm saying? But Abdullah Mason has all that plus the movement and the reach. Um, I don't know what to say, but I want to see more of both fighters at the high stakes, the high level. Um, Abdullah Mason showed he's a special fighter. He's only 21 years old. Went out there and he actually hurt Sam Noakes quite a few times in this fight.
yeah.
And Sam Noakes hurt him as well with some body shots. I feel like if Sam Noakes would have invested in the body earlier, we might have seen a different outcome. But Abdullah Mason just went out there to fight. He didn't utilize his length enough, but he did enough. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he used his length enough, but he didn't use it enough. He could have made the fight so much easier, but instead he chose to fight to entertain the masses. And entertain they both did.
No, you're right. And do you agree with the unanimous decision scorecards? 117, 111, 115, 113, and 115, 113?
No, I agree with the 117, 111, 116, 112.
Yeah.
But I don't believe 115, 113 is a little too close. But at the same time, it depends on what you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Because Abdullah Mason was getting cracked a few times with some good right hands.
Yeah.
And and Sam Noakes got cracked with a few good straight lefts and a few good uppercuts to the body.
Did you see any 10-8 rounds, though? The few times that Noakes could have got stopped, or do you think he was fine back enough to warrant a 10-9 round?
He fought back enough to warrant a 10-9 round. You know,
Yeah.
because like literally up until this he got hurt, he was doing pretty well. The
Mm-hmm.
fight was competitive. Every damn round was competitive. I'll give you that.
Yeah. And I thought, like, if Mason would have listened to his corner more, I think it was around the second or third round, and said, "Man, hey, you're making the fight harder than it should be." Not saying, "Hey, they're in there fighting is different." You know, that'd be me like telling you in your corner, Mo, if you just stick to your jab, use your length, stick to the outside, you're gonna make this fight easier on you. But when you got a guy coming forward nonstop, it's kind of hard to stop him in the tracks. You know, for 12 rounds. So I think maybe he could have avoided. I think by saying it could have been easier on him. Avoid going early in the phone booth with a fighter like that. He should have stuck to the outside more. Try to wear down Noakes. Stick the jab, the 1-2s, pepper him from the outside. Use your footwork, wear him down, frustrate him, and then from the sixth, seventh round on, you get inside that phone booth like you did early, and then you start going those uppercuts that he was hurting him with. That almost stopped him a few times to the head, and those uppercuts to the solar plex.
Yeah, man. So what do you think's next for these fighters? What would you like to see from Sam Noakes? Would you like to see him go down to the regional level in England, or would you like to see him face
No,
another
I
world
like to see him
fighter?
back on. I want to see him back on the big time again. I think he earned his right to be, you know, fight in the States or fight anywhere they can showcase him. I think he's ready. I think he's a top contender, 135. I don't mind seeing a rematch, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing it down the line, maybe in
Yeah,
a year and a half from now. because then
Yeah,
I think Sam Noakes would be a little more experienced because, in my opinion, his resume doesn't hold a light to who Abdullah Mason's fought so far.
yeah. And I think 135 right now, the way things are, is kind of wide open. Tank is, I don't know, probably on his way out of the sport, the way he is. And then we got possibly Shakur Stevenson moving up to 140 to fight Lopez, and then you have Pitbull fighting
Lamont Roach,
Lamont Roach. So,
Keyshawn Davis is going up weight class. The
yeah,
biggest
Keyshawn
one.
missed weight. Yeah,
So that I wouldn't mind seeing maybe you know what Barenchik versus Sam Noakes. That'd be a good
that'd be a
fight.
good fight.
That'd be a really good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Really good fight. I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, I would too. I agree. 100%. That's a good fight for sure. So, like I said, these two are not going to, it's not the last. So, this is not a knock on Noakes by any means. This was like, it was might have been a loss, but he won some fans over, especially those who never seen him fight before. And he's definitely not going to drop in the rankings that bad.
I think if anything, his stock rose, and I feel like this is
Yeah.
a learning experience for him. Even though he's a more mature man, he showed that he can fight, and he showed the will and the determination to keep going when most
Yeah.
men are folded.
Yeah. And I think Mason's probably the future to 135. I don't see him lasting there too much longer just because he looked huge in there yesterday. So I
Yeah,
think he's probably killing himself just a little bit. He's still young. Was he 21, 22 years old?
1 years old.
Yeah. So he's got a few years left. And I think once his body can't handle that cut anymore, he'll get up to 140 soon.
All right, so let's go on to the next fight. We have Bam Rodriguez versus Fernando Martinez.
Yeah.
Pomita. Okay, so here, look. I thought this fight would be a little more competitive because
Yeah.
from the Argentinian El Pomita, so Martinez is a tough guy. He throws a lot of punches. He comes forward. He comes forward to kill with these hooks. But man, he got taken to school. The
Yeah.
fight wasn't even competitive. It was actually a boring fight because Bam Rodriguez was just so damn good. He made the fight look like a sparring match.
Yeah. Were you actually really surprised by the outcome, though?
I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised the way it went. I thought that El Pomito would put up a better performance. I thought he'd land some better shots. First round, he did pretty good. After that, it was nothing. It was like he had nothing to offer.
I kind of
Nothing.
felt, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's it. Go ahead.
I kind of felt, I was a little disappointed. I follow a lot of Argentinian fighters, Sergio Martinez, in the past, Lucas Matisse, Marcos Madonna. Those guys were all tough. Not saying this guy wasn't tough. I mean, but once he started complaining about his nose, I felt like he was kind of giving up, I think the frustration was kicked in. And then once he realized he couldn't land anything, I think it was kind of like he was out of it mentally. So I'm kind of like, have you ever complained, to your corner about an injury during the fight? Or you
Nah,
just kept going?
just kept on going.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though. At the same time, like, Bam is something special, and
Yeah.
I honestly I feel like Bam. I would like to see Bam fight Junto Nakatani or Inoue. Just look. I know that you're not. You're like no, stop. But anything can happen.
Yeah.
But I just want to see him get pushed even more. Like Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Lomachenko got pushed, and he went up and kept on winning and winning until he was just too small. Bam Rodriguez is in the same situation, except there's a guy, there's a killer. There are a few killers right at the weight class right above him. That he may not be able to go up and up and up and start winning. But I would love to see him fight Naoya Inoue because the monster is a monster. Gento Nakatani is a monster. Bam Rodriguez is a monster. And I just like the way this young generation, these guys are coming to fight. These young generation fighters have an old school mentality, meaning they will fight whoever, whenever. And that also helps when you have a guy like Turkey Al Sheikh that's funding these fights.
Yeah. No, I agree. Listen, Henry Armstrong, Willie Pat, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. History of these guys, what do they do? Move up multiple weight classes to challenge themselves. Shane Mosley.
Duran.
Yeah, Duran Leonard.
Yeah.
So this is not something that's never been done before or even in MMA,
Yeah.
I love watching Pride because of their open weight classes, They fight,
Yeah.
Yankee Pseudo fighting Butterbean,
Yeah.
doing a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Bruce Lee kick across the ring. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about the challenges. What I don't think, I don't, not that I don't want to see the fight. I'm just kind of like, yesterday they're saying, oh, Bam should be the favorite against anyway. Why? There's no way.
Well, you know what? And to me, there's no true favorite until after the fight ends.
So yeah, you don't think that so you're saying it's a 50-50 fight?
No, I just think that like no, there's no such thing as a 50-50 fight because we don't know what injuries somebody's carrying. We don't
Yeah.
know what type of camp had someone had. We don't know if they're sick the day of the fight. They're hurt. You just never know.
Well,
So
what
then,
about skill wise on paper?
okay, Bam has some great footwork. Bam. I feel like Bam has more skills than Inoue in a sense, but yeah, but Inoue has just as many. The footwork isn't as good as Bam's, but his punching power and his explosiveness and his toughness and his tenacity and his composure is on a whole different level.
But you say anyway don't have it. Anyway can cut the ring off better than anybody, but none of
Yeah.
that. But the thing is that makes them different. Anyway can get in and out, and he knows his distance so well. Look at especially against Cool Boy Staff fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's like, Cool Boy's gonna have the footwork, the speed advantage. No, that dude knew his range, and you could see it throughout the whole fight where he stepped back out of range and came back inside to counter real quick. He's just in and out. That's so fast. So he
He's a lot more athletic in my opinion.
yes, yes,
He carries more pop. He's more
yes,
athletic. He's more dynamic, and he's more impressive. When you watch him fight, you're like, wow.
yeah,
When you watch Bam fight, you're like, okay, damn, okay.
yeah,
Nice. When you see Inoue, you're like, ooh, shit, damn.
yeah,
Bam, you're like, okay, oh, I like
yeah.
that. Nice, smooth.
So,
Oh,
so Bam's kind of like, okay, I've seen this before with who? Usyk,
mm,
Lomachenko.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
You're
He's
like,
still
yeah,
a generational fighter, right? But
yeah.
anyways, once in a lifetime type of fighter. Like you match him up against some of the greats. Like Finini Lopez. He's up there against some of the greatest of all time. When 122 and down.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that. I remember you telling me years ago, hey man, look out for Donier. You told me I haven't seen power from like that from a little guy before. I
No.
just said, I see him sparring 126-pound fighters. I'm like, well, okay, but I've seen it now, and I've
Yeah.
seen someone has more power than Donier at
Yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
that's anyway. The dude punches like he's a welterweight.
Pound for pound, probably. And I don't know what it is about the Japanese fighters because you have Kyoji Horiguchi,
Yeah,
Kid Yamamoto, rest in peace.
yeah. Yamamoto was a monster.
Tenshin Nakazawa
Mm-hmm.
punch. The monster Inoue can punch.
Yeah.
Junto Nakatani can punch. I'm not sure what these Japanese guys are drinking. What they're sipping. I need to pass it to my fighters here in America to
Could
sip.
be sake.
Yeah.
Could
Boy,
be that sake.
yeah, that sake, that rice
Hey,
wine.
don't forget about Fujita. He almost knocked out Fedor.
Oh yeah.
He had
True.
Fedor on his skates.
Yeah, Ironhead Vegeta.
Yeah, don't forget about Fujita. Those they can hit but yeah, I think that's a fight I really want to see. That's the fight that has to happen at that weight class, the small weight class. Bam needs to move up to 122, and he needs to fight the winner next year around this time. So that's probably gonna be early next year. We're gonna get Nakatani versus anyway,
Yeah,
and Bam fight the winner. Man, that'd be huge. I'll pay whatever.
yeah.
I'll pay whatever for both of those fights.
And so I honestly I feel like we're in a different time with boxing. Like people say boxing's dead, but no, but we're getting the good fights.
No.
We're getting good fights. This
Yeah,
year, I had a great time this year so far with what I've seen with boxing.
yeah. No, the last couple of years since Turkey's came in,
Yeah,
we'll see with the whole Dana White Turkey trying to take over the TKO thing and where that goes.
yeah, we'll see. All right, so let's go to the co-main event. Play the opposite of those boos for me, please. I need my
Okay.
flowers.
All right,
I
Lucy.
need my flowers, please.
Give me a second. I don't got the best laptop here, so hold on.
How
I
about
don't
you?
think
Okay, just you clap for me. You go ahead. You clap for me. Go ahead.
I don't think my laptop
Clap
wants
for
to
me.
do it.
Go ahead, clap for me. Go ahead.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
So check this out, right?
Come on, man.
The world counted Devin Haney out. They
Yeah.
did. But
Well, do
Brian,
you blame him?
no, I don't. But at the same time, if you study Brian Norman,
Here you
Brian,
go.
Raise my hand. See, yeah, there we go. But
There
Brian
you go.
Norman Jr., he was young, inexperienced. He wasn't as fast. Uh, doesn't have the pop in his punches. He's heavy-handed. His footwork's okay, but not fast enough. And Devin Haney was just too quick.
Do you agree with the scorecards? 114, 113, 117, 110, 116, 111?
You know what? Honestly, I don't even know because that fight was. I'm gonna be real with you. Like
You
Devin
clocked
Haney
out?
did good. Yeah, after a while I clocked out because I just seen that Brian Norman had nothing for him, and Devin Haney
Yeah.
was clinching a lot,
Yeah.
And Brian Norman would get something going, and Devin Haney would get something going, then clinch, more clinching, and then after a while I was just like, okay, well that was Devin Haney's round, maybe, and then
Yeah.
but you look at the damage done, you can tell Brian Norman got pieced up a little bit in the
Yeah.
second round, and I think that carried him. That knockdown carried Devin Haney to the victory.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, I went off it based off, Brian's power. And then just the way Haney's been reacting since the Ryan Garcia fight. I always felt, even the Linares fight or the Lomachenko fight,
Hmm.
doesn't seem like he likes to get hit and doesn't take it well.
Yeah,
You can see it even against Jose Ramirez, or what Tim Bradley calls him, Ramirez.
yeah.
So, so even that fight, every little feint he was throwing, Haney was, freaking out about it,
Yeah.
reacting like he was about to get hit with the right hand. So all that leading up to the fight and how Norman is big, powerful dude at 147, I felt like maybe he can land that punch like when Mike Jones got knocked out in the 10th round.
Yeah. But the
You
only
know,
issue is that he had no answer for the jab.
no,
And that's what won Devin Haney ultimately. Look,
yeah,
the second round, the jabs and the clinch, because
yeah,
Brian Norman Jr. smothered himself at times, and that helped Devin Haney clinch him up and break his momentum. And there's not much to say about that fight. Devin Haney
no,
overcame the odds. He bounced back. He's in the driver's seat now. And I'm gonna be honest with you. 147 is kind of barren.
yeah,
There are not many big names. We got
no,
Barrios, we have Garcia, we have Rolly Romero, but there are other big fighters. There are other good name fighters out there that will not get the chance to fight these bigger names because they're not big names themselves.
San Antonio's too.
Who you say now? Who?
San Antonio's.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, I mean, yeah, the 147 is so weak. They're talking about Pacquiao and Mayweather fighting again. That's how
Yeah.
bad it is.
I mean, also
You know.
William Paro's there too.
Yeah.
But I just honestly props to Devin Haney. There's not much to say about that fight. He proved the naysayers wrong, and you know to be honest with you, it was a good fight because he won, but it was a lackluster fight in a sense because not much really happened.
No.
It was too one sided.
Listen,
One sided.
guys didn't like I was telling you yesterday. I enjoy the sweet science more than a lot of people do. You know, being a hardcore fan, I enjoy the sweet science. I enjoy watching Bernard Hopkins take you for a walk,
Mm-hmm.
get you with your guard down,
Mm-hmm.
and just slide in with that quick right hand, and then he
The dark
clinches on
right
you.
hand. Yep, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Andre Ward the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Pop you with that right hand, get inside, and fight dirty on the inside.
Yeah.
See, they did that for 12 rounds. They broke their opponents down and beat them up. Haney
Yeah.
doesn't do that. You
No.
know, Haney could have probably done that. Could have taken more chances, but he was too worried. I think still with his chin. So that just tells me, man, eventually you're gonna fight somebody again. Maybe a rematch with Garcia at 147. He's probably targeting the winner of the Barados and Garcia fight. That's probably his best bet right now.
But I'm gonna give Devin Haney his props though.
Yeah,
Him and his team had a good game plan. Devin
yeah,
Haney will not. He's fought everyone that that's put in front of him. But with that being said, let's go to the main event.
yeah,
um, so Benavidez fought Anthony Yarde.
yeah.
What's your take on this fight?
As expected. Yarde was just looking for that one punch. He's just playing too much on the ropes, hoping to catch him with the counter. In between David's punches, he might have landed 3 good punches the whole fight, but nothing followed up after that. So once he realized he couldn't knock him out with the counter, it was a wrap. David just put that pressure on him, just overwhelmed him with his size and combinations, honestly, until he broke him down. It was just too much of the pressure, mental pressure. too much of the punches, and Yarde is another fight where he steps up in competition and gets knocked out.
And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The first few rounds, I was very unimpressed with Benavidez.
Yeah.
He looked sloppy. He fell down at one point. I'm not sure if he was warmed up properly, and his speed didn't seem to be there. But then, as the fight warmed up and he got warm, the speed came. Now, I don't like Benavidez at 175 really that much. I don't like him at unless he's gonna do strength training. I'd like to see him lean up a little more. I'm not saying he's to put much muscle on, but maybe do more core work, so he can develop more power. And then, he's talking about going to cruiserweight. I'm not sure
Yeah.
how we look at cruiserweight. He's fighting Noel. He can fight Noel, the Armenian Noel Manakolian. He's tough. He can fight Badu Jack. He can fight Gilberto Ramirez, but he better stay away from Jai Opataya.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Jai is something else. Unless Jai's deciding to go to heavyweight, Jai versus Benavidez is not a good matchup for David at all.
Well, Pattaya just made a post. He had a picture of him training, so he said that was his reaction to Benavidez saying that his next fight is against Ramirez at cruiserweight. So he's basically saying, "I'm waiting for the winner."
No.
But
I'll
like you
watch
said,
it. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch it, and anything can happen. But just Jai Opataya is a whole different animal. I mean, his footwork, his speed, he moves really well, where Benavidez doesn't. He has one punch power. I mean, where Benavidez doesn't. He can take a good punch. Benavidez can too, but Jai fought Marius Briedis with a broken jaw.
yeah,
And Marius Briedis can fucking fight.
yeah,
He had Usyk, probably one of his toughest fights ever.
agreed.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? He gave Usyk he was out there fighting Usyk. He fought Usyk better than Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury did, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. It was a close fight. Yeah, it definitely was one of his toughest fights, and that's the thing. You look at Benavidez' career. You called it. You told me, hey, David didn't look so good at the weigh-ins. His face looked drawn out, like he had a tough cut. But we know that he has issues. Like he's always been a heavy guy, so most likely that he's like Ricky Hatton. He blows up too much in between fights, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If he was a little bit more,
Discipline.
discipline in his training, we would be seeing him calling out Bitter Beef and Bivol at 175. That's what we really want to see.
Yeah.
So what's his career going to be now? He fought Morel at 175. He fought Gozak. Nels struggled with him. He just won this fight. Okay, you beat Anthony Yarde. Whoopity-doo. Now you're jumping up fighting Gilberto Ramirez, who's like, okay, not like a fight that everybody wants to see. And then you're going to call it a day. Who are you going to fight? Badu Jack next, and that's it?
I think it's Badu. I think he'll fight Badu Jack next.
And call it a career.
If Badu can get past Noel. But it's not sure he can because Noel's tough. Noel trains in Miami, and he spots with Tyrone Spong and some other guys, and he's a big cruiserweight.
Tyrone just won a tournament, right?
Tyrone Spong? I don't know if he won a tournament. Tyrone Spong, I know he's fighting. He ain't fighting.
I thought he just won the K1 event.
No, I don't think so. No.
I'll have to check that out off camera.
No, but Noel's a tough Armenian boy, and y'all Armenians are tough though. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
Yeah, like Victor Archinian, Art Havanosian, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all motherfuckers come to fight, you know what I'm saying? Y'all strong, and this guy's strong. He's strong, big and strong, and I'm not sure I think he can muscle Benavidez and rough him up. To me, that's a 50-50 fight between those two.
Yeah. And then, the point I'm making too about David's kind of like all this hype on him and all this excitement is kind of like now, how many fights does he really have realistically that people are going to want to see at cruiserweight? And then he's probably going to retire and then be like, if you look at his career, like, okay.
Yeah, he wasted it. I'm not saying he wasted, but let's me speak as a fan. I think I wish he could have made 168 sooner. I wish he would have fought bigger names to entice Canelo because, when he was at 168, he fought Ronald Graville. He beat Jalen Love and a few other names, but then he missed weight and if he would have kept that belt, we would have seen him fight Canelo.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Or Canelo would have stayed down at middleweight.
Yeah, I agree. That's something we should have. As a Canelo fan, I would have loved to see that, but I get why it also didn't happen. But yeah, That's something. That's a dream matchup for sure that I would have loved to see. And speaking of tough Armenian fighters, Vanis Monterosian has passed away
I
from
know. Rest in
yeah,
peace, man. He was
yeah,
so young, man.
yeah.
So
Cancer
young.
sucks.
Fuck. He was a hell of a fighter too, man. I like watching him
Yeah,
fight. I used to sit
yeah,
at the Olympic Training Center, when I was there.
yeah. I thought he won the first Laura fight. To be
Yeah,
honest with
yeah,
you,
yeah. That was, you know what? That was a hell of a fight. He fought his ass off that fight. He
yeah.
fought his ass off.
And he even knocked out your boogeyman or knocked down your boogeyman in the first round too,
Yeah,
Andrade.
yeah. He did. He dropped him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a good fighter. So yeah. So overall, the card was went as expected. You were 4-0. I was 3-1 in my picks. Whoopity do.
That's still respectable. 75%. That's passing grade.
Yeah,
5 passing grade. Not
yeah.
100, but 75. That's still good though. Yeah,
Just,
see.
just relax, buddy.
All right, so look, y'all, we're doing the M&M show, mythical matchups, Mo and Marty, Marty and Mo. So check this out.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about some mythical matchups that we conjured up in our brain.
Yeah.
The first one, David Tua versus Iron Mike Tyson.
And we want the fans to interact and tell us what you think about these matchups too. And
Yeah.
we'll reply to your guys' your responses.
So with that matchup, like we have Mike Tyson who has explosive power. He's quicker. He has better head movement. He has one punch power, but he tends to be a front runner. He has an okay chin, but he's been down some. Versus David Tua, who's a little heavier, slower. His chin's more steady. He throws more punches. He throws a higher variety of punches and a higher volume. He's not as fast, but his chin's more reliable, and I feel like he has better cardio. As a matter of fact, if you look at his fight, he held the record for the most punches thrown in a 12-round fight, along with Ike Abebuche.
Mm-hmm.
That fight that record was broken recently by I forgot, it was the guy from Poland. The baby faces. I'm going blank. He's I'm going blank on the names. There's two guys
okay.
that broke it. Who?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but they broke the record.
It's the Polish. Was it Marcellus Walk?
Huh?
Wasn't Walk?
No, it wasn't Walk. It was the guy that looks like a baby face. He's probably Baby Miller in New York. I'll pull it up, but y'all can fast check me on that. But that's a mythical matchup. We have two titans at heavyweight. They can punch. They were known for knocking people out. Now, Monty Barrett is the only one to ever drop David Tua.
Yeah, but David was old. I don't really count that.
Yeah, but it still counts. He got dropped once. So Mike Tyson's been dropped quite a few times and got stopped a few times. But time, who do y'all have? Who do you have, Marty?
Oh, I gotta go with Tua. Just because everybody wants to say Mike's the greatest. If Mike had it had nothing to do with Cuss D'Amato, why he slipped. Is this he fought guys that were not afraid of him, guys that can take his punch and drag him into waters. And I think Tyson just didn't have it mentally. So I think Tua. I mean, come on, man, look at his resume. Everybody he fought, never been wobbled, never been dropped until he was already older. Like you said, Ababuche, took all of his punches.
All his punches. Because if we look
Chris Bird.
Yeah, look at chin, defense. Defense, Mike Tyson might be a little better. Chin, David Tua.
Yeah.
Accuracy, actually volume, Tua. Intangibles, maybe Mike Tyson. But at the same time, just like I roll with Tua on this one. He's more consistent. He's more steady, more dependable.
I agree. The reason I say Tua because he's going to drag him into the deep waters.
Yep.
Come 9th, 10th round, and Tyson's looking at him across the ring in his corner. He's going to look past his trainer, and Tua's not going to be tripping at all, He's going to be staring right back at Mike, and he's going to be like, damn, because better than anybody, you're the fighter. I'm just the Joe. But when you hit somebody with all you have, mentally that starts to break you, correct? You're like, damn.
It does. Yeah, and especially if you're hitting them with all they have and they don't move and they sit there and they look at you and they just blink. That breaks you as well.
Tell me someone like a David Tua that you fought that did that to you during an MMA fight. That you threw the kitchen and you're like, oh shit, this dude is tough. Like mentally you have to tell yourself, okay, it's gonna be one of those fights I'm not gonna be able to knock him out.
Well, Yuri, at one point I was the smaller guy for most of the time. Mm-hmm. So Yuri, everyone I hit, I try to get him out of there, but it might take more than one. But Like just I feel like this. Everyone I fought, I have respect for because they were tough.
Yeah.
And they were there to beat me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Possibly kill me. So I respect them all in a sense. So
Yeah. And that's why I think Tyson would probably break down. This is the way he is. This is kind of how he was. He's just a wild card. Like his never knew what Tyson was going to show up to
yeah,
the fight.
mentally unstable. Not.
Exactly.
That's why David too was more stable.
Yes. So I agree with you. I will go 10th round TKO David Tua.
I say less 8.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So what matchup did you pick?
And
Because yeah, because this the one you picked kind of had my head spinning.
yeah, but you seem confident who you're going to pick though. You have a little cold feet or what?
Oh, I know who I'm gonna pick. I already know. I already have
You
a
already knew?
breakdown and everything. I took notes on this one because the David T. Mike Tyson one was like, yeah, this one I took notes on, man, and I'm
Yeah,
ready to go.
this one's a shout out to my brother-in-law. This is for him. He actually is the one that wanted this fight. So it's going to be Edwin Valero at 135 versus Manny Pacquiao, the fight people wanted to see.
All right, so let's do a tail of the tape because I have it right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Height. Pacquiao's 5'5.5". Edmund Valero is 5'6", so we got the height to Edmund Valero.
Mm-hmm.
Reach. Pacquiao has a 67-inch reach. Edmund Valero has a 69-inch reach. Right, 2 inches.
Yeah.
Now, thing about Edmund Valero, he's 27-0 with 27 knockouts.
Yeah.
Yo.
So, monster. He was a monster.
He was a true monster. Manny Pacquiao, his record's like 55 and something. I don't remember, but let's talk about defense. Who's hard to hit? Manny Pacquiao had angles. He's a southpaw, good exit patterns. He had good volume. He didn't stay on center line too much, but he did get hit a lot.
Yeah.
He had good footwork here and there. Evan Valero, I think, was more hittable. He had wild pressure. He was kind of tall. He relied on heart and aggression and power, and just his defense was like,
Yeah.
So he just heart, man. He was a true dog. He was a true. As a matter of fact, I forgot what fight it was when he got cut, and his cornerman said, "Hey, man, you have to stop this guy, or they're stopping the fight." You know what fight it was?
Was that his last fight?
I don't remember. He beat the man. He went out there and was like, "Okay, stop him. All right, we'll do that."
Yeah. Because I know who the tip of my tongue. I can't remember who his last fight was, but he started like stepping up in competition, and obviously tragedy happened with him, so we couldn't really get to see the best of him. So it might have been that his last fight. I couldn't remember off the top of my head either. But so you're saying, go ahead, finish what you're.
Pacquiao threw more punches. He averaged anywhere from 70 to 90 punches around. Evan Valero relied on more power than volume. He was a pressure fighter. He'd walk you down. He had a high KO ratio, and he would explode with like just deadly, like onslaught of punches, volley of punches, like just deadly. Like he would, if he touched you, man, he was like a Fabio. Like, Fabio Wardley reminded me of a bigger version, not as ferocious, but like close. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like 75% of Fabio Wardley to Edmund Valero's 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then quicker feet. Pacquiao had quicker feet.
Yeah.
He had quicker feet. By far. But who had a better chin and durability? Come on, man. We already know this. We already know Evan Valero had that mean streak. You had to kill him. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, man. He was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, because you already know where I'm going.
Yeah.
If Evan Valero was still around, there would be no Manny Pacquiao.
He was a Pacquiao killer, huh?
He would have stopped, man. He would have smashed Pacquiao. He would have stopped Pacquiao. I mean, I remember seeing him, and I thought he was crazy as fuck. You see his hair?
Yeah, he was.
And you know who reminds me of Evan Valero?
Who?
Pantoja.
Pantoja, yeah.
Yeah. I see him. I'm like Pantoja. You might make Evan Valero, because even in practice, like just Pantoja, because Pantoja's a fucking dog.
Yeah. Are they from the same country? He's Venezuelan, right?
No, yeah, Evan's Venezuelan. But Pantoja's Brazilian. But I'm like, you look at them, I'm like, man. I'm like, dog, Pantoja, you remind me of Edmund Valero. Look him up. And he looked him up. He's like, Mo, he's fucking crazy. And I'm like, yeah. Like you.
He was just a gangster, that probably grew up in the streets and That's what he's probably grew up fighting, and he found out that he can go make money fighting. So that's what he did. It might have been the Marco fight I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Antonio DeMarco?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe that was Valero's last fight.
So let me
You
ask you
know,
this.
yeah,
Who do you think hit harder?
Valero, one punch power. Because
Yeah.
Manny, minus the Ricky Hatton fight, he overwhelmed you with combinations, and
Yeah.
he wore you down.
He was like more
Because
like Benavidez, but he had like some, he could hit you hard. He dropped Mosley with the good straight left. When he,
yeah, we're talking about old Mosley.
oh,
We're
no,
talking about
but I'm saying, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about the way he dropped him, but I'm saying like, Edwin Valero's punches were so fucking heavy. It was like,
yes,
he was like a George Foreman mix, a hybrid of like a George Foreman Sonny Liston with like a little
yeah,
more like thud, like a
yes,
like remember that comedian Gallagher when he hit the
yes,
sledgehammers, they hit the fucking coconut.
yes. The watermelon.
Yeah, bow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what reminded me of when he hit somebody. Like
yeah.
like
I saw one of his fights where he just walks up and he's so unorthodox. It didn't look like he even threw a like heavy with his hook, and he's like, these guys are reacting like they're getting hit with, like you said, with sledgehammers.
yeah,
That's a scary power, and I don't think Pacquiao had that. Pacquiao had that overwhelming, unorthodox
yeah. Keep your
speed.
mangles. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So pound for pound, I think one punch power is Valero.
Okay, so who do you have in the fight then? You already know who I
Well,
picked.
you said Valero. How and when?
Valero probably about 7 or 8,
Yeah.
6 to 8. Valero, it ain't going 12.
No.
Because Pacquiao has a fighter's instinct to like, hey,
Yes.
he'll sit and fight with you. Like when he fought Marquez, he'll
Yeah.
sit and fight, but you don't want to sit and fight with a guy like Edwin Valero.
No.
Or you
That's
gonna
his wheelhouse. I agree. Valero, like you said, all about the intangibles and all that. The one thing that separates them two, Manny Pacquiao, when he was younger, I think he's probably got, 112, 115. He got knocked out by a body shot.
Yeah,
And he does not like it to the body.
no,
He even said against Margarito, he said he was in bed for a week, curled up in a fetal position because of the body shots Margarito was landing on him. Yeah. So
yeah,
his wife, Jinky, had to feed him, porridge or whatever, spoon feed him at bedside. So that tells you, he didn't like it to the body. Valero loved throwing that straight left to the body. And so that's the way the fight will finish, in my opinion. Valero's going to get him late, and it's going to be a body shot.
body shot, right? But that's just body shot. It could be like either hand, because
Yeah,
we saw Marquez put him away too,
yeah.
and Marquez ran him into a straight right hand.
Do you think that was trained though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you see that? You see it before the fight or after the fight? I mean.
yeah, I saw that. I saw the thing. I saw it, and also
Yeah,
he set it up. He tried to set it up during the fight too. He tried
yeah,
it a few times in the fight.
he did. Yeah, I saw the video. He was showing that he dropped his sparring partner with that same exact setup and punch.
He faked the uppercut and then came over with
Yeah,
the right hand. I saw him. He tried that a few times earlier in that fight. Yeah, so yeah, good. Hey, great matchup, man. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You beat me on this one.
I didn't know it was a competition.
That was a great matchup right there. Like,
Yeah, shout out to my brother-in-law for that one.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was all
yeah,
him.
yeah. Shout out to your brother-in-law because that was an intriguing ass matchup. I'm gonna,
Duran Chavez. Duran Chavez.
all right, you gonna do that one right now?
Let's do it. Duran Chavez.
I got Duran.
Me too.
I got Duran. Chavez. I like Chavez's style, but he didn't fight anyone for about 60 fights, 70 fights. Where Duran was a dog. Duran fought all styles, and it didn't matter because he gave them fits. He fought Sugar Ray Leonard, and Sugar Ray Leonard is an orthodox version of actually no, Sugar Ray Leonard to me was a longer version of Mildred Taylor in a
Yeah.
sense. Mildred Taylor's kind of shorter. Sugar Ray Leonard can move really well. I think that Duran is something special, man. That boy was special. Even he did his thing up at light heavyweight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Iran Barkley.
Yeah.
So I mean, he could fight anybody. He's faced all styles and can handle all styles.
Yeah. I grew up watching Chavez. I remember my first fight actually being introduced to boxing. I was at my grandpa's house. I was like 8 or 9 years old. I saw this dude come running out in the ring. I'm like, who is this? It was Hector Camacho, all coming out all flamboyant.
Love Hector Camacho.
Yeah. It was Camacho versus Chavez. That's how I got introduced to boxing. I fell in love at that age, and I was a Chavez fan from then on. But yeah, let's be honest. Chavez had a lot of gift decisions in his career.
Yeah,
Didn't fight anybody until like his 80th fight. Duran, like I said, fought everybody in the 80s. You
yeah,
know, in the early 90s and 70s. So yeah, I'll definitely go with Duran, just by better competition and as being the better fighter for sure.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something real quick too. You're not gonna like this probably. You know what? I'm crazy with this one. A
Go
lot of
ahead.
people don't think I'm crazy, but guess what? Like Tupac told Omar Epps in Juice, I'm crazy, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. You know why?
Like,
Because Hagler was a little overrated. Tell
get
me
the
I'm wrong.
fuck out of here.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Get the fuck out of here.
Who did he beat at 160?
I believe he beat William Caveman Lee. He beat Mugabe.
That's it.
Yes. No, but he beat whoever's in front of him. You know what I'm saying? So whoever, I look at his record. Oscar. I thought. Let me look. I know it. As a matter of fact, that'll be. No, we'll just know it. Wednesday. No, actually, no. Fuck that. Tuesday night. You know what? Tuesday night, I'll debate you. Tuesday night, it's a debate. It's a debate.
Bring it. Bring
It's
it.
a debate.
Bring it. Bring
I'm
it like you
telling
did
you.
in your pro wrestling career. Bring it.
How dare you? Look,
Cut a promo.
no, I ain't gonna. No, I'm gonna cut the promo so I beat your ass at debate. Yeah,
Listen, Hagler was overrated.
that's
Tell me
blasphemy.
I'm wrong. Whole career at 160.
Blasphemy.
His best fighter at 160 was who? Who did he beat?
Yeah. Well, John beats Mugabe.
That's it. Everybody else he made come up and wait. Everybody else he made come up and wait and struggle with Leonard. Come on. Think deep.
Listen, no. Here's the thing, right? Give me time because I'm gonna go watch some film.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna watch the film. I'm gonna go study box rec like I love to do.
Me too.
Lots of box rec.
I'm giving you some homework.
Because because the first time I fell in love with box rec was when I was studying Reggie Strickland's record.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
See? Hey,
Yeah.
I'm coming up with crazy shit. Like I said, like Tupac said, I'm crazy, but I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because you look at it. Out of the four kings, he was the most overrated one. Why? He stayed his whole career at 160. He made everybody move up to fight him.
You know what? Chase out. You know what? We'll discuss this because at that time, 168 was no weight class. Remember, 168 was no weight class. Remember, he had to bump up 15 pounds.
Well, if Duran can go from 135 all the way up to light heavyweight, there's no reason you can't drop down to 154 for a couple of fights or like a catch weight. He did a couple of catch weights.
Well, the thing is that he should have moved up to 175 maybe, but I don't know how maybe it's stuck. I don't know how it's structured. I have to, you know what? Give me Monday, give me Tuesday night.
All right.
I'll go. Well, and I'll tell you if I agree with you or not.
Okay. That's something for you to think about, right? Your mind's kind of blown, huh?
I'm gonna study film. I'm gonna study film, look at his records, watch the fighters he beat, and then we'll go from there.
Is your mind blown though?
I think you're crazy.
But that's good though, right? Because you're crazy too.
Put that meth down.
Nah. They don't call me Party Marty for nothing. I'm crazy.
No, because you're partying out that meth.
Nah. You lucky I don't have that Miller High Life anymore in my life. Nah, I just got you thinking. That's all. You really thought they're like.
Yeah. So Tuesday,
Yeah.
we'll discuss. As a matter of fact, Tuesday let's discuss a little bare knuckle boxing.
Okay.
And
you're a little bit more knowledgeable on that than I am, so I have to do my homework on that.
But my thing is like I'll tell you I'll send you some text messages and to have you look up stuff and like do some research on certain fighters and just watch, just go down a rabbit hole and then we'll discuss because in my opinion, bare knuckle, I saw Bernard Hopkins the BKB Extreme show. And I seen Luis Ortiz there, and Luis Ortiz trains with the champion Gustavo Trujillo.
Yeah.
And Gustavo stopped Lucas Brown in one round.
You don't want to see Luis Ortiz get up in there though.
Well, not but Luis Ortiz like doing bare, he can do a bare knuckle, but like he trains with Gustavo, so
yeah.
Gustavo beat Latif Coyote. He's undefeated in boxing as well as bare knuckle. And bare knuckle to me is like the most exciting thing to watch right now.
I agree. And I do watch Still of Glory, but I don't really get the channels anymore.
Yeah.
So I can't really pay attention to K1 like I used to. I love K1 also.
Yeah. K1 made a comeback, so Yeah.
I know. Yeah, and then the champ just retired in glory right now, or stepped away.
Rico
So
Verhoeven.
yeah, Rico stepped away.
I understand. Like he's been at the top for a while, so
Yeah. So that's what you do. Yeah, let's blast this video, put it out there. I like to hear what everybody else has to think about the mythical matchups. I want to hear how people think I'm crazy. Come on, tell me why I'm crazy. Expose the armchair champ over here, the armchair coach, the armchair GM, the armchair casual. Tell me why I'm wrong.
well, you're not that casual, like in my opinion, because you're hardcore.
Well,
It's
thank
hard
you.
to be a hardcore casual because like that's like an oxymoron.
But people are gonna say, well, like you said, there's people that claim to be hardcore, but they still don't know shit about boxing, like Roger would say, right?
Yeah, you know shit. You know boxing. I'll give you that. You're
I,
hardcore.
I
That's why
appreciate that.
that's why we're on this thing doing shit together because
Yeah,
we both love combat sports and we both talk the shit and we walk it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
respect that. That's why I respect you. I said I always dreamed about doing something like this, but I need somebody that's crazy like me. He's got the personality, he's got the knowledge. Actually, you're more knowledgeable than I am because you actually been a fighter, so I needed that.
you know, but the thing is that just being a fighter is cool, whatever. But we're all fighters. We just fight different ways.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Well, anything else?
Now that's it, man. We'll hop on. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna send you some stuff. Like tonight, later tonight, to check out. And do some research on bare knuckle, BKB as well as BKFC. And I'm gonna do my research on this blasphemy shit you're talking about my boy Hack.
Hey,
I'm not trying to hear that bullshit, but you
you,
might be onto something.
you think it came on? Do you think I really just came out of nowhere with this, or
You might
I
be,
did do some homework,
you might be onto something.
right? Out of the four horsemen, he was the most overrated one.
But we'll see, man. I'm gonna do my research.
All right, so Tuesday we're gonna chop up about Hagler,
Yeah.
overrated or not. Talk about BKFC, and then what? Three more mythical matchups.
Yeah. I'll send you my matchups in tomorrow.
All right,
Yeah. All
that's
right.
good. That's a good show, bro.
All right, man.
All
Hey,
right.
if you like what you heard, subscribe,
Yes.
follow, share, dislike, leave some comments down below. We don't care. We'll respond anyway.
We like haters too.
And check this out. Right now, I'm gonna post this on the King's Corner YouTube show channel, but shortly, in about a week or so, we should have a YouTube channel up and going.
But you'll be connecting this to like your Facebook, your Twitter, and your Instagram, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing it. Yeah.
I'll tag you on Twitter because you said you're not that active, but you send me the link or let me know. I'll go on YouTube when it's uploaded. You let me know when it's uploaded, and I'll tag you on Twitter.
All right, cool. All right.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all.
Hagler overrated. Sleep on that.
All right.
All right, bro.
Easy. All right.
Peace.